All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is an introduction to Adobe Spark. So if you're not interested in Adobe Spark, you're in the wrong room. If you're just clicking on a session to find out what one might pertain to you, well, then welcome. And if you leave, no hard feelings. I know there's a 10-second delay, and in this world of online learning and teaching, we're used to the instantaneous. And so I'm a little bit off with a 10-second delay at the moment. It's kind of like, but anyways, good morning and welcome. And thanks for being here. Thanks for coming into introduction to Adobe Spark. And we're going to get rolling here in a few minutes. I see there's about 3 or 4 of us. We got a small group, which is just fine. That's great. That becomes a little more, hopefully, interactive. I know this platform has some limitations in the interactivity, but I am hoping to encourage you at some point to open up a new tab and get into Adobe Spark. In the meantime, please put in the chat box, any questions that you may have or things that come up or comments, what have you. That would be great. So because at least when we're doing online professional learning, it's nice to have that interactive component with our audience and know that there are actually people out there. So, okay, yeah, let's get going. Once again, welcome and thank you for being here this beautiful morning. And you're sitting in front of a computer screen somewhere, and I'm not sure. Oh, I see how much of a delay there is now. Okay, my name is Chris Chochek, and I am a technology integration specialist, coach, whatever you want to call us, for HRCE. We kind of go by the name of the TILT team, which is Technology Integration Lead Team, for those of you who are perhaps outside of HRCE. The graphic that I have hopefully will be displaying on your screen there. I'm seeing a lag, and that will it's a little GIF, and I created that in Adobe Spark. That's one of the many things that you can create in Adobe Spark. Let me see, maybe that will get that playing. I don't know why. The purpose of today's session is to get to know more about Adobe Spark. Just what is it? And hopefully you'll see some uses of it for not only your students, but yourself as well, because I know with the teachers I've worked with who've used this, they absolutely fall in love with it very quickly. And I will show why they fall in love with it, because I think you will too. Adobe Spark is a creativity platform, let's say, to create a variety of products, digital products. And so if you're not familiar with it, you're in the right place. And I guess that's the question I just like to ask everybody who's here this morning. How many of you are familiar with Adobe Spark? Who's used it or who has not? If you could put that in the chat box, just so I kind of understand who's in the audience here. I'm just going to wait a second so I can see that populate in the chat box. Oh, good morning, Laura. Okay. So Laura, yes, a little bit. Stephanie, not at all. Michelle, none. Nicole, Ginny, Jennifer. Okay, you're in the right place. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to have experience. That's why it's an introductory session. The nice thing about Adobe Spark, low threshold, high ceiling. Very easy, very intuitive interface. I'm going to go into it. I'm going to show you some of that. And hopefully by the end of this session, you will have some ideas for how you can use it in your practice. So the nice thing about Adobe Spark is that it's a variety of products all in one. I'm going to try and play this video again. Hopefully it'll play on your end. Okay. So I'm going to play this video. Please, if somebody would let me know in the chat, just because I'm not familiar with this feed loop platform, that you can, one, see the video playing, and two, you can hear it. I'm going to start this. This is an example of a student product using Adobe Spark. Yeah, of course. Let's try that again. Not sure why that's happening. Well, I apologize for that. It seems to be buffering. I don't know why. It worked just fine. It must be a lot of bandwidth used up here. So we'll go by that for now, and then if I can, I'll go back instead. Here's our agenda for the next 30 to 45 minutes or so. We're really going to look at who, what, where, when, how, and why use, even though why is not on there, do we want to consider Adobe Spark? We've already got a great tool with we've already got a great tool with the Google platform, of course, but we're going to see how Adobe Spark complements that platform and fills in some of the gaps that Google doesn't necessarily, some of those corners that Google doesn't necessarily go into. Michelle, I see your comment there. We can watch it. I'll post the slide deck after, and you can. You know, maybe I'll go back and try again here now. Maybe it'll work. Doesn't want to work. Yeah, sorry about that. It just does not want to play through here. I'll go back after, and maybe I'll grab it from YouTube. But what I do want to point out on this screen is the video was created in Adobe Spark, but so was the graphics on the right-hand side as well. And that's where Adobe Spark can provide us with some different tools for showcasing student learning beyond the Google Suite, G Workspace, or whatever it's being called this month. And we all know the importance of creation with our learners and in the classroom. We've been encouraging our students to make, create, think creatively, for a number of years now, and Adobe really is another platform that allows our students to showcase what they know. It is a place where they can demonstrate their learning. And the nice thing about Adobe Spark is it's another tool that they can become fluent in. It's great to say, oh, I know Google, but we also have to know how to use some Microsoft products, don't we? We also have to know how to use some third-party software as well. So we're building our students' digital communication skills, digital fluency skills, digital skill bank, if you will, by adding another tool that they will have access to through the school. Because the nice thing about Adobe Spark, and you keep hearing me say the nice thing, another benefit of Adobe Spark is it works on Chromebooks. It's cross-platform. There are apps that you can download and have on your mobile device. And it works just like G Suite. You can sign in at home and continue working on something after school hours. So that's one of the other nice benefits with Adobe Spark. So of course, we've lived this for a number of years now with all the technology tools available to us. We want to be putting the pedagogy, the learning first. That's that backwards planning. What do we want students to be able to do, to show, to know? What are the skills that we want? And you are the expert in this area because you have the content knowledge, you have the grade level knowledge, you have the expertise with the students that are in your community, in your school, and you know where Adobe Spark might work and Adobe Spark might not work. So we know that it's a wonderful tool for showcasing student voice. And you're going to see, I haven't even gotten into really the nuts and bolts of it yet because Adobe Spark supports creation literacy. I think that's a great term that we've kind of can start to think about embracing as we move into 2021. And Adobe Spark is actually 3 different products in one tool. And this is where I was alluding to that it does some things better than Google because Google has, for whatever reasons, ignored that area. And so the 3 products are in Adobe Spark are Adobe Post, Adobe Pages, and Adobe Video. Those are the 3 icons on the right-hand side. If you were, they're kind of the older icons, and they don't use them as much anymore in the current version of the software because when we're working in the browser version, and you'll see that coming up here shortly. You don't really see those icons anymore. They've made the interface very basic, but yet intuitive. I mean, we know how straightforward the Google interface is. Well, Adobe is even more cleaner than that, if you can imagine. So that's the nice thing about it for our students is that there's not a lot of visual clutter. They can find their way. They can navigate around quite easily. And I would suggest that Adobe Spark could be a tool for our students. As soon as they can log in on a Chromebook, they could use Adobe Spark. It's just really knowing how to navigate with that finger on the trackpad and using and then being able to click. It really is a pretty friendly interface. Once again, if you've got any questions along the way, please put them in the chat box. And I do have a lot of examples of Adobe Spark being used by teachers. And I'm hoping that the videos that I have will work, because that first one didn't. So I'm a little bit nervous, but if not, you'll have them later. Okay, so 1 second here. Right, so there we are. There is Adobe Spark Video, which is used to create videos. Page creates a web page, and the web page is a little different. It's not like Google Sites, which is a fully, interactive. Well, interactive is maybe not the right word to use there. It's a website builder. But Spark Page is a magazine style of website. It's a little different. It's kind of cool. And that might be something that you think about for using. I'll get into it in a few minutes here, but it might be a different tool to use in the coming school year. And then Spark Post is used to create graphics. So you're already probably seeing areas here that, yeah, Google does a bit of video, but maybe not as much as they could. It doesn't, they kind of play around that, don't they? And Spark Video is a great place to augment your program with video. Okay, so let's get on with Spark Post first of all. Okay, so Spark Post is a great place for creating graphics. And you all know Adobe products because we've used it in the past, whether it's, Adobe Acrobat popping up on your screen because you need to print off that document or sign a document. And we know how good the products are, and they're expensive, right? And I should mention that Adobe Spark is completely free to educators. There's no cost for us. The other nice feature of it is because it's an Adobe product, it's quality. They have a lot of really, high-end things built into here. And really, when we start to use Adobe products, we're building in our students' fluency with that Adobe suite of products that they are going to use, because eventually in high school, they use Adobe Creative Cloud, which is their high-end software such as Photoshop and Lightshop, and there's a couple dozen different applications now that our students use. It's quite massive. So Adobe Spark is a nice starting point for our younger students. But the thing is, I say younger, could also be our older students. Adobe Spark might be a great place for your high school students to kind of, it's just something different. It can be done rather quickly as well, but still deliver a quality product. So let's look at what does Adobe Spark Post. What are some of the things that they that can be created here? Well, and again, you'll see that these are hyperlinked docs. So you can tell a graphical story with it. You can create very simple posters, keeping it short, perhaps having as it said, a one-word story or things like that. It's got some really nice, different graphics because it doesn't go out to the internet to find them, perhaps like you might have the students do with Google. It's in-house. You're modifying the Adobe fonts and templates that they provide with you, and don't feel like it's not like the Google templates that are like 5 or 6 on the right-hand side. It's very rich and deep with the templates that Adobe provides Spark users with. And then there's the third example there is a virtual field trip. And those were all created within Adobe Post. Now I've got a video here and I'm hoping that it's going to work. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll move on. Well, it looks like none of my videos are working this morning, which is really unfortunate. I'm not sure. The pipeline must be quite full with all of the sessions going on. This was going to show you an introduction to Adobe Post. So I'll kind of show you the layout of that then after I go through the 3 products, and then we'll go to the actual website of Adobe Spark. Spark Page, as I mentioned previously, is a web page creator in a magazine style. So there are a couple GIFs playing there on your screen now that show how this magazine style works. So you might have seen these in some of the books or magazines that you read online. And it's all, instead of being like hyperlinked, it's all one page and it flows linearly. Oh, that's too bad about my audio. I tried my headset and Leal said my speakers were working better. Let me try my headset again. 1 second. Give me 1 second to try this. How is that for audio? Can you hear me any better? Maybe it was just Laura's session. Laura. That's fine. You can hear me okay with the headset on? All right. That works too. Okay, I'm going to keep it on for now. So this is what Adobe Spark Pages looks like. Echo now, actually. Oh boy, we can't win. All right, I went back to my built-in speaker. So now we're going to go back to the built-in speaker. I hope you can hear me okay. Google Meet had worked as well, very well. But anyway, okay. Thanks, Stephanie. All right, so let's see if this video works. Not going to work. Okay. So we'll move to Spark Video next. And I should mention that what you saw with Spark Pages, that's a really simple creation process. What you saw there would have been, like an activity for a student. They could have done that. If they would have had their text, they could have typed their text into that, added their pictures, and they're done. So, this is the same with Spark Video. Spark Video, to me, is the secret sauce for Adobe Spark. This is the tool that most teachers love, okay? This is what they say, oh my God, where's this been all my life, Okay, so Adobe Spark is a video creation tool that allows you to tell really cool stories. It's, again, very simple to use. And because, oh, absolutely, Stephanie, WeVideo is a different tool. I love WeVideo. I love WeVideo. WeVideo is a tool for, remember, WeVideo is for editing, right? It is for making our presentations better, making our video better. But Adobe Spark Video allows you to make a very quick video presentation, and the editing is minimal. So I will point out, if you shoot a video, perhaps on your camera, iPad, whatever you're using, you can, upload that into WeVideo. And I will just point this out for WeVideo users. If you're a teacher in HRCE and you had WeVideo through us, Tilt, last year, you're still in there, okay? We took all the students out, but we left all the teachers in. So you've got access throughout the summer if you want to do some video creation. But you can take a video, edit it in WeVideo, and then import it into Adobe Spark. So it's all possible. They all work together, okay? Because, and I'll show you that when I go in there. Yeah, I thought that might be important to know, Jennifer. All right, I'm not going to try to show you any of those. But here's where teachers are loving this. And I wish this worked, because these are some wonderful examples of what teachers have started to do with Adobe Spark Video. And the one on the left there isn't all about me. So this teacher created this video, and who knows, maybe it'll work. Oops, why is that coming through? Let's see if this will work again.
A bit more about me. My name is Jody Hustis.
No, I thought it was going to work, and now it's not still. So that's her All About Me video, and she created that. Now she put in some extra work on that, but she's set to go now for the fall, because she's got this video that she created with pictures and text for her parents, for her students. She's moving school, so she's got it all set to go for her new community. Oh, did you, Jennifer? Right. Right, it is great. And then on the right hand side, what Jody has done there, here's that interaction with different tools. What Jody has done is she's done an instructional video for Adobe Spark using Loom, but yet she's created the Adobe Spark video within the video. So I wish that would play too, but it's not going to.
Myself, with my family, with my friends. One of the things.
And so Jody set up her instructional video for Adobe Spark, just because you can't, I did say that it's simple and easy to use, but we can't assume that our kids are just going to fall into it and know what everything is, right? So you would have to scaffold them through and provide them with some instruction on how to use it. And Jody's created a nice video here. Now she teaches, I think she's got grade 6 next year, or 5, 6. Why? Oh, well, you could, Jennifer, but I'm saying, I only said, or sorry, Michelle, if you're editing, if you need to edit some video, you would do that in WeVideo and then pull it in that way. If you have a lot of ums and ahs and then the cat's jumping up on the screen or whatever, you would cut that out in WeVideo and then import it that way. This is my favorite video that Jody created, and I was really hoping to show you this one. I am going to try one more time to show video, because this video, you've seen her all about me. You've seen an instructional video. You will be able to see that. And this one here is kind of a lesson that she's kind of set up here. It's a wonderful example of Spark video. Fingers crossed. I think I've got anything that's competing against my stream here. Hopefully it'll work.
Hi everyone. Today you're going to learn.
Okay. Again, unfortunate that that's not working. A great video here of Jody. You can see how she's included text here, and look at how she's got her pictures on the right, text on the left. I'm just kind of going through. It's not playing. And there's a nice audio track playing as well.
Privacy. Give each other space. We all need time to ourselves.
You can hear a little bit about that, but this is an excellent instructional video that she uses her cats to assist her. They are the guest helpers on this video, and it's just wonderful. Anyways, again, apologies that that's not playing. I'll get there in a moment, Michelle. I won't even attempt to try to show that video. So what you create in Adobe can be exported to other platforms quite nicely. So that's a great thing as well. So what we're going to do, I'm going to log into Adobe Spark. I'm going to show you it now, which hopefully that will work with the tutorial portion of this session. And if you want to try and open up a tab and try to log into Adobe Spark, please feel free to do so as well. And with Adobe Spark, so this is the landing page where it looks there on the graphic on the right hand side. When you go in there, it can be a little confusing because it asks for, your personal Gmail account, or it asks you for a school. And I wish I could show you that, but I've been using Spark for a couple years now, so mine just logs in automatically. So if it says it's blocked, you can't get in, don't be frustrated. Just go back and try without going without a school account, because I think that's where it somehow messes up in the back behind us. So I'm going to switch tabs here and go into my Spark. So give me one moment. I'm going to stop this screen here. And maybe I can show you how I'm going to sign out, and then I will sign back in. And I'll just show you a few. Okay, there it is. That's what I wanted to show you. This is what it looks like when we log in. Okay, so this is where what we want to do. I'm going to continue with Google. Okay, I don't think the side on the right here, we don't have our school accounts set up like that. So don't do that. Go here, continue with Google. Use your GNESPES. And okay. And so if I go here, my school account, yes, I get in that way. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't work for you, just go back and try just go Ginez. You can always do a personal account as well. All right. I've got 2 accounts set up here. One's personal and one's through the school. And I'm just gonna, yeah, and so it really doesn't matter. You can see this account is still set up with my Ginez. I want to go into my other account because I have a few more examples that I can show you from there. Okay, so I'm back into my account here. And Jennifer, if you have to, you can use your regular Gmail account or anything. I'm going to talk to you a little bit at the end here about, what's our next steps with our students here. Okay, so that might help clear up any of those issues. Thanks, Stephanie. You got in. That's great. All right. So if you're able to get in, or feel free just to follow along here, this is the main page, the landing page for Adobe Spark. Again, you'll see it's very clean, right? It's got a nice dashboard here. It shows me what I've been working on recently. Okay. It's got some other templates down here that I could look at. Okay. You're going to notice that it doesn't have those 3 icons. That's what I meant. It's all wrapped into one now. So if I want to do a video, I would click on the plus, and here's where I can buy. So flyer, that's Adobe, what they now call, what they used to call post. Web page is pages. Video is Spark Video. So you can see that they just kind of call it Adobe Spark now. They've done that in the last year or so. So just say Adobe Spark and you're good. You can also select from these icons here as well. So there's web page, right? This would be when you start to see the social media posts. This will be Spark Post. And I know that we don't use Instagram per se with our students, but they do it at home, right? That they're doing that kind of stuff after school hours. So if you have something here that you could say, okay, imagine that you've got an Instagram feed. Here you go, right? They can create something that's going to look like it. And you can see the grayed out outline there because our social media works best with square photos and square media presentations. So lots of different little things here. Okay. Again, I click on my projects. I can see my most recent projects here that I've got going that I've played with. This is my nice tray of things, and I can come back to any of them. This is just a graphic that I did for Tuesday tips, and I can click on it, and it's going to say, it's going to load here. And this is done in, you can see now in the upper left, this is done in Spark Post. So in Spark Post, I've got my menu structure down here. Look at, and this is what I mean with some of the great Adobe fonts that are available. You can find, this is where you can bring in, these photos are all Creative Commons, they're all allowed. So you're good here. If some of your students were in high school and they had used Lightroom, that's another Adobe product. They could bring in products there. There it is, connecting to my Google Drive. So I could say, okay, I want to, I'm fearless in this stuff. I just say yes, yes, yes. I don't have many qualms with when they're asking for permissions. But now I've got my photos, so I can go into my Google Drive. But look at that, it says disconnected there, right? So I can go and find things from my Google Drive, which is great, seamless, right? Backgrounds, all kinds of things here. It's really, yeah, you're right. It is like Canva. Okay, so when I'm going over here, I've got some things I can see what this looks like with that design going on. Ooh, I don't like that one, right? I've got my undo button up top. Very important to know where it is. If I want to go down here, I can edit some of my text. I've got text features over here. I can change things, change my font, lots of cool things, right? And this goes really nicely with graphic design. So this is some of the things that we can start to talk to our students about with digital communication. How are you fostering a good digital message? Can everybody read that font? If not, why not? What might be a better, all kinds of questions, right? And this is something I've been getting more and more into in the last couple years is how we communicate online and effective through graphic design. Adobe does a lot of that work for us in their product here, but ultimately we are the ones creating and we're the ones in control. So you can always come back to the student and say, that was a template and that template's good, but you can do something better. So just if I wanted to, if I was done with this and I wanted to, I've got download and share options. I've got collaboration options here as well. I could pick some people to work on this with me. So, a lot of things that we're used to in Google are here. I can download, there's my PNG and JPEG and PDF, which are wonderful. Once I do that, I can bring it into my Google Slides. If I'm going to do it there, I could post onto my social media stream. I could share it other ways as well. Right there, send to Google Drive. That is a relatively new feature. As you can see, it says new, but that just happened in the last few months or so. So that is Spark Post. Great for creating graphics that can be used. You don't have to print them, but if you wanted to print them, they're going to look really, really professional as well. Okay, so let's go back here to home. Let's go to page. And this is that Spark page where I can create a magazine style web page. I'm just going to show you really quickly what this is. Notice how it's guiding me through here, right? I am getting a prompt to start my title right away. So I'm going to say here, if you know me, I love cats. So I'll put in the date, July 21. Okay, so now what I'm doing now is just scrolling up, okay? And look what happens. I get a new bar. I scroll down, it's gone. I can go up. Slow. I've got settings here if I want to show it. It's very simple, right? It's very, well, I better grab a photo of my cats if I'm going to have it about my cats. Oh, you're going to see all my pictures here, everybody. I got to find, there they are. Perfect. Michelle, I think you can create GIFs in there. Google it. All right, so this is what I mean. So here we go. I'm scrolling up. Now I'm going to add some text. Okay. That simple. Okay, so I'm going here. I could add a video if I've got a video of them, right? I can embed YouTube. It's that simple. It's really nicely done though, isn't it? It looks really, how quickly does it look professional? And it's different, than going and creating a Google site, right? This could be a Google site is almost, sometimes I think we almost think a Google site, it's a unit all about fractions. Here's what I know all about fractions, right? Here, you could have the students create a Spark page on, what they're going to do this weekend or what they did over the weekend, right? It's really quick, it's easy, and it's, as long as they have something to write about, to think about, to share, and they don't even have to do writing, because you can do it with you can incorporate video into it, so that you can see how it looks like here when I present, right? And I could have that could slide on down for forever if I want, but you can also see other examples here of how could I make this more I could use this in social studies, where we're learning about geographic regions of Canada, perhaps, and you could have your students collaborate on one presentation, and you can share this as well, right? You can get a link that then could be linked to your web page or any of the pages that you might have that would showcase work beyond your school classroom. So a lot of nice features with using Spark Pages as well. I'm going to go back to home here, and I'm trying to think about that box. Oh, the box. Yes. When Box came to the house, Box is still sitting here. They love Box. Okay. The last one, and I saved the best to last, is Spark Video. So Spark Video is right here. Again, much like Pages, it starts me off with prompting for a title. All about me. And notice that they say you're telling a story. I like that. It's just a subtle little use of language to bring in that. It's not, oh, I'm presenting content. I'm telling a story. And then it puts me here where I can pick any of these templates. And they're really good. They're really good. I'm not going to use one today. I'm going to start from scratch because I want to just show you what it looks like bare bones. And it's creating it right now. And this prompting video is going to come up. And it'll come up for the kids as well. And this is a good little refresher, or the first time you're going through it with a whole class, you might show this. I'm not going to show it because you've got me. That's what I'm doing for you today. I'm just going to close that off. Okay. So here it is. This is Spark Video. And you're probably saying, Spark Video? It looks like a Google slide. Yeah, it does. But that's the thing. It's the best of both. It's like Google Slides and Flipgrid kind of all in one. And I actually, this is hands down my favorite tool of, the last year. We haven't had a chance to use it as much in HRCE because it's been approved. We got the DRA signed, and you are all familiar with that process. But then we had to go through the process of how do we get this out to teachers? How do we get this out to kids? And that took a while too. We're finally there. So if you want to use this in the fall, I'll finish off the presentation telling you what's next. All right, here's my very plain interface. Notice that I've got some slides down in the bottom there, but I'm going to start off here. I'm going to click on the plus. Let's see what happens. These are the options that I get. I can add a video, text, photo, or icons. Let's start with text. All about me. can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. That's about it. Pretty straightforward and simple. That's what I mean. Our options are limited here, but it's because of that, we can actually get some things done a little bit faster, right? Okay, now I do like blue, but it's the default. And as I tell people and teachers, never use the default because everybody uses the default. And then we all see blue backgrounds. We want to get away from that. This is a little personal pet peeve. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to, yeah, I go, here's my options. Okay. So there's the default blue. It's title, but I can make it green. It's that simple. Red. Oh, now I'm starting to, there it is. Okay. I've got some different fonts here. Mega. Okay. I like mega, but I like there. That's how quickly we can change our themes here. So we're going to go there. Okay. So now I've got my title page all about me. I'm going to go over here. What I can do down here, I can duplicate it. I don't want to duplicate. I want to go, oh, I don't want credits either. I want to go here, add a new slide. It puts it in there. I like that it puts it in there at the right spot, not like Google Slides. And it's always like putting it in the wrong spot. I'm going to add some text this time. No, I'm not going to add text. I'm going to add a photo and I'm going to do this really quickly. Find a photo of myself. No photos of me in there. Oh, that's a bad photo. I don't have many pictures of myself, and this is an old photo stream. Let's see if I can find something. Okay. It's not me, but you'll get the idea, right? So I'm putting in that picture of my cats. Notice up here, I can make it smaller. Now, what I want to do is I want to add some audio to this slide. Watch this. I'm going to touch this big red button down here. I got to allow everything. It won't allow me to record unless I'm holding it. And you're thinking, well, that's kind of a pain, but it's not. This is a nice kind of feature they've built into here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my presentation that is all about me. My name is Chris, and I have 3 cats, Hemingway, Doc, and Lulu. I love them a lot, and they love me a lot back. So while I was doing that, did you see the little on-screen prompt? What was happening as I pressed that? Did you see what it was telling me? It said, keep it short. It gives some really good tips. It says, your time's running out. You only have about 20 or 30 seconds of audio per slide. You can't ramble on. You've got to get to the point, which is another key communication point, isn't it? I can re-record that if I make a mistake. Hi, everybody, and welcome to my presentation all about me. I have 3 cats, Hemingway, Doc, and Lulu. There, I like that one better. I'm going to go and create a new slide, okay? And this time, I'm going to add an icon. And I love what they've done here. I want to find an icon of a cat, okay? All of these icons are available for you to use. You can just, when you find one, I just touch it, okay? And it's in. I touch another slide, and I could include a video if I wanted. It goes to my computer drive here, but of course I can import from other places. That's what I was saying, that if you've got a video that you've edited in WeVideo, you can pull it in to Adobe Spark right there. Okay. Now, notice on the right-hand side here, I've got some other options. This is what I wanted to show you, because here, I want to go back here. I wanted to do that for this one. And this time, okay. So now I can go over here, and really it's nice to have these options because again, they're limited. You can see how this is an advantage for our younger learners. There's only 4 types of options. And with Google Slides, there can be a lot of different options and it always doesn't work, right? So again, you know, what is the most effective layout on that slide for communication with the audience you're trying to get your message to, right? Those are great questions to be asking our students along the way. I know I've only got about 5 minutes left here. I want to show you one more thing. One more thing with Spark. When I am done, I can also add music. All this music is licensed. We're good to use it. It might not play because of the delay. If you know me, that's definitely not music for me. Yeah, I can do that. All right, let's just do, okay, that'll work. I'm going to go here and add my music. Oh, no, sorry. I can change the volume there. And I think that'll capture. Okay. I want to show you one other thing down here. You saw this earlier. Look what it does. It's adding my credits here. If you notice that I added that icon, I did that on purpose because I wanted to show you. Adobe Spark automatically grabs the citation for the use of any of the graphics or pictures that you include in there, okay, from their repository. So look at that one. It cites it nicely. I don't have to worry about that. I brought that in from the Noun project, use that cat icon. Okay, it's a really nice feature. All right, now I want to play this, and then I'm going to wrap it up here, folks. I'm going to play my presentation. Hi, everybody, and welcome to my presentation, all about me. I have 3 cats, Hemingway, Doc, and Luke. How easy is that? That's what I mean. That is the secret sauce of Adobe Spark right there. You can create your All About Me. You can create your Welcome to Parent Teacher Night. All there, all so fast. It's wonderful. Have some fun with it. It's that simple. Now I'm going to come back to we've done our 3 products here. Had a quick look at them. I want to come back to my presentation because I want to just share with you one more thing before we wrap up. And this is, I know you're chomping at the bit now. This is important because there it is. This is the important piece. What's our next steps here? You probably got some ideas now. I hope you do on how to get started with Google. Keep saying Google all the time. Adobe Spark, and maybe uses for your students. You're starting to think about that, and hopefully you have an idea about maybe how you can use it for one thing for your professional practice as well. You probably got in there with your account, and that's great. You can play around. But how do you get your students in there? What are your next steps? Well, what I'm going to ask that you do is in the fall, not now, don't do it today. In the fall, when you have your class lists and you have your Gene Espez accounts, you can email us and say, hey, Chris, I want to sign up for Adobe Spark. I want to get my students in. And I'll send you, or Mario or Megan will send you the link to to a Google sheet where we need you to include some information about your students. And then we send that off to our tech team, who will do all the admin side of things. They take care of that. They monitor it at their end. So that's how you're going to get your students in come the fall. Okay, and then you're good to go. I did a pilot with a teacher this spring during remote learning. She said it worked wonderfully. There were no issues at all, and that was with about a grade 5 class, I believe. So if you've got any questions about Adobe Spark, you can feel free to email me. And I noticed the typo on my email there, hrce.ca. And I can answer some questions. I'm not really doing a lot of emails right now for work, but it's I hope that you enjoyed this session and will consider using Adobe Spark moving forward into the new school year. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being accommodating for some of the tech issues that happened there, and have a great rest of the Summer Learning Academy. Thanks, everybody.